Hi, this is Martin. Some time ago, I belonged to a gym called Mountainside Fitness. And I was a very happy member at Mountainside, and things were going along very well until they raised their rates for things that I would never use. And so I put together a video at that time, and I talked about how they ran their business and the mistakes that I thought they made. And I made a blog post about it. I thought you might like to see this. And the reason I'm doing this, the reason I'm sharing this with you now, is because I think you might be able to pick up an idea or two if you're a business owner or you're thinking about becoming a business owner or a consultant and working with other business owners, showing them what they can do with their businesses and what they should not do with their businesses. I think you might pick up an idea or two. Now, as you go through this, and I'm not trying to trash this business, not at all. I mean, this happened several years ago. But what I want to show you is there is a way to treat customers and a way not to treat customers. And unfortunately, so many business owners are treating their customers, the people who have gotten them to the point where they are today, in ways that are not in the best interest of those customers. In other words, so many businesses are running their businesses the way they want to run them and not what's beneficial to the customers. And it's ended up costing them a lot of money. Now look, you may be a consultant already. You're just not getting paid for it. In fact, I'll bet you right now that you can walk into almost any kind of a business, and you've done this before, I'm sure, and you've looked around at this business and said, you know, if this was my business, I wouldn't do what he's doing, I wouldn't do what she's doing, and I certainly wouldn't do what they're doing. If they just did this and this and this, they could make a substantial amount of money, more than what they're making right now. They just make a couple of tweaks. Now here's the problem. You go to that business owner, you try to share that idea with that business owner, they won't pay any attention. Why? Because they're not looking for that information. They're not actively looking. They think things are going along just fine the way they are. But now if someone came to you and said, hey, I've heard about you, I've read about you, I've seen you, somebody told me about you, your reputation precedes you, I think I could use what you have to say. All of a sudden, the thing changes. The whole dynamic changes. Now, if you give them the same information you would have given them before, they will throw money at you. That's what the key is. How do you position yourself to be able to give valuable information to someone in a way that they will not only want it, but they'll accept it and they'll do something with it? Well, this video and this article that you'll see here will show you some ideas that I've used with Mountainside Fitness and that have helped our consultants get some ideas that they could use and have used with their business clients, helping them generate more business, more consulting business, helping make their clients more successful. So take a look at what we've got here. Take a listen to the video. It's only a 12-minute video, but I think you're going to like what you hear. I think you'll pick up a couple of ideas that you might be able to use. Then let me know what you think. This is a case study that I did about a gym that I attended several years ago called Mountainside Fitness in Mesa, Arizona. Now Mountainside decided they wanted to change the way they build their customers, and they wanted to add a few things that they thought some of their customers might want. So they sent a letter out to everyone, and the letter started right off, and it caught my attention because in the address block they addressed it to Howie Martin. Now my name is Martin Howie, so they had that just reversed. If that wasn't enough, in the salutation they again said, Dear Howie Martin. Now let me get into the body of the letter, and I'm going to take this apart. It might seem that I'm being very critical, but there's a point to me doing this. First of all, it says, we would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you. You know, I really don't care, frankly, what you would like to do. What I'm really concerned about is me, not you. So it says, we would like to do this. Well, would you like to do it, or are you doing it? It could have easily said, congratulations on your dedication to your personal fitness. See, then it would be more about me and not about them. It goes on to say, you are a valued member of Mountainside Fitness. Well, I'm so valued that they got my name wrong on 2 different occasions. We are very grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Don't care how grateful you are. What I care about is me, not you and your satisfaction. In our ongoing efforts to improve our facilities for our guests, we have added many new enhancements. Well, I don't like to be considered a guest. I'm really a member. I'm paying for some privileges and some experiences there, and I expect those back. Now let me stop here for a second. It may sound like I'm getting nitpicky about some of these things, But these are very critical. How you communicate your message to your marketplace and your customers and the people who are paying you, that's critical. And you'll see as we go along what I'm talking about. It says to take advantage of our new equipment that will include a room full of the latest cycle bikes, our expanded class schedules, specialty programs, and child care activities, and our state-of-the-art visual fitness planner technology. Well, first of all, I don't care about their new equipment. I don't care about their cycle bikes because I don't use their cycle bikes. I don't care about their expanded class schedules, their boot camps. I don't care about their specialty programs or their child care activities because I don't have any children of the age that would take advantage of that. And their state-of-the-art visual fitness planner technology, those are computer programs that they have for their trainers to help those people who need help get a program that's designed for their needs. I don't use any of those things. I come to the gym, I work out, I train, I go home. I don't use their showers, I don't use their tanning salon, I don't use their towels, I don't use anything other than the weights and the machines that I use. So these kinds of things are not of any interest or advantage to me whatsoever. It says, as a result of our commitment to enrich the Mountainside experience. I don't care about the Mountainside experience. I care about my personal experience. You see how they could have just turned that around and talked about me instead of Mountainside. We'll be increasing our membership rates. They're not your rates. You're increasing my membership rates. They'll be increased by $1.50 per month and family memberships by $3 a month. Now, that's not a lot of money, but it's still $18 a year. If for any reason you have questions or comments, please contact us. Now, I did try to contact him, try to talk with him, but nobody paid attention to the things that I was saying or the concerns that I had. So that showed me once again what kind of a valued member that I was to them. Now, let's go back and take a look at some of the things that they did. Of course, we have the name that's misspelled or miswritten on 2 different occasions, and then you'll see some green boxes appearing on your screen. That's where they talk about me. You and your are mentioned 8 different times. Now let's go back and put some red boxes on some of the things that don't pertain to me. In other words, now we're talking about things that pertain to Mountainside. 18 different times they talk about we, our, us, or Mountainside. Who's the letter really written to and about? 8 times they're talking about you and your, 18 times we, our, us, or Mountainside. With a little bit of tweaking, this letter could have been much more effective. So let's take a look at some of the numbers. Now, I joined that gym in November 2003. The date that I put this program together, or this slideshow together, was July 2007. Time as a member, 3 years, 8 months, or 44 months total. Now, I was paying $28 per month. So the 12 months at the old rate, 12 months times $28 was $336. That was my 1-year rate. The amount paid over 44 months, $1,232. The new monthly rate is $29.50. That's $1.50 a month times 12 months, or $18 a year. So let's look at the effect of losing just one customer. The 12 months income lost at the old rate was $336. The number of remaining customers it takes to compensate for losing one customer, 18.67 customers. If you just lose one customer, you have to retain that many customers to break even. The number of new customers it takes to compensate for losing one customer is 11.38 customers. Now that's very significant by making one customer unhappy and having them defect to the competition or leave altogether. Now I wanted to take a look at what other options I had around me. You'll see the red star in the middle of the map is where their gym is located. The red cross in the upper left-hand corner is where my home is located. So I went around and looked at the different gyms that were available. Mountainside was 4 miles from my house. I paid them $29.50 per month. LA Fitness, 4 miles, $25 a month. Gold's Gym, 5 miles, $14.50 per month. 24-Hour Fitness, 6 miles away, $18 per month. Fitness Works, 6 miles, $18 a month. World Gym, 6 miles, $15 a month. Another LA Fitness, 7.5 miles, $25 a month. Another Fitness Works, 7.5 miles, $18 a month. And a Pure Fitness, 4 miles away at $19 a month. So there are several options that people in this area have. Mountainside is certainly not the only location, but it's the most expensive location. Now, the key is, if you're going to be successful in business, is differentiating yourself from the competition. You got to find a way to make yourself stand out over and above all the competition you have. So let's talk a little bit about how you can do that. First of all, you dance with who brung you. In other words, the people who got you to where you are today, they're very special people. And you treat them with kid gloves. You keep their rates the same. You grandfather them in at the same rate as long as you can until it becomes more costly to service them. Now, once it becomes more costly, then naturally you might have to raise the rate some. But you don't raise the rate for things that they will never use, like Mountainside did in my case. So how do we do that? Well, we've got to find ways to lock our customers in for life. Now, here's a simple little 4-step process that you can use. First of all, you earn their trust. And how do you earn their trust? By showing them that you're consistent, that you are who you say you are, and you're consistent in the way you treat them and the value you bring to them. Second, you ask what they would like, what they would need, or what they want. Mountainside didn't do that. They just came along and said, hey, I think we need some new bikes, we need some new classes, we need some new software, we need some new daycare. They didn't ask the people on the floor who were actually paying the memberships what they wanted, what they would like, or what they needed. Next, you reward them for small things. What are some small things that you can do, or small things that they do that you could reward them for? We'll talk about that in just a minute. The next thing is to keep their experience with you new and exciting. In other words, how can you make it impossible for them to leave you? So this is the only option that they would even consider. Well, in that same center, shopping center where that gym is located, there are a number of other businesses who would love to have clients come to them. There's tanning salons, there's nails and spa, and there's a med spa, and there's hair salons, and there's all these different kinds of businesses that would love to have business come to them. What if the gym were to go to these other businesses and say, listen, can you give me a coupon for a free tanning session, for a free manicure, for a free treatment of some kind, for a free sandwich at your restaurant? Can you give that? We'll do the mailing, we'll do the printing, we'll do the whole thing, and we'll give these away when people have an anniversary with us. In other words, they joined our gym on a certain date. Every anniversary, every year anniversary, we'll send them a coupon or a handful of certificates. What about their birthdays or other special occasions? Maybe they bring in somebody as a referral, so we reward them for those things. The small things that they don't expect, we reward them. We'll send the business to you. All we ask you to do is just fulfill it. Give them that tanning session. Give them that sandwich. Give them whatever it is that you said that you would give them. We'll do all of the mailing for you. You see, that way we reward our customers. It doesn't cost us anything to do that, and we're sending you business. And the only cost that you have to incur are the actual costs of the food or the actual cost of the service. But you have no advertising cost, and you may generate a consistent customer because you've done that. Now we go 1 mile north and there's a Walmart center with all kinds of businesses up there that are looking for ways to generate new customers. Could we go to them and get coupons or certificates or some type of a giveaway from each one of those businesses? If we want 1 mile to the east, there's another shopping center with similar kinds of businesses. Now Walt Disney said you could have success in any kind of a business that you have. It doesn't matter what kind of a business it is, if you will simply live and practice my law of unlimited abundance. He said that you do what you do so well that the people who see you do it want to see you do it again, and they will bring others to see you do it. Well, let's take that apart and look at what he said. Do what you do. Not what he does, not what she does, not what they do, but you do what you do. And how well do you do it? You do it so well. That's with excellence. It's not mediocrity. It's the very best you can do. So you find out what it is that you can do. That's your unique factor. What makes you different than any other business? And how can you do that better than any other business could do it? So the people who see you do it, we call those customers. They want to see you do it again. That's repeat business, and they'll bring others to see you do it. And we call that referral business. So you see, if you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, or you're a consultant working with other businesses, if you were simply to apply this concept, this law of unlimited abundance in your business or the businesses that you're working with, you would have a tremendous amount of success. So here's what Disney did. It's not just Disneyland and Disney World anymore. Disney has applied that principle, the law of unlimited abundance, in a number of different kinds of businesses, and they own the market in several of those businesses. You can do the same thing in your business. But what about you? What is it that you do? What is your unique factor? What do you do that nobody else can do, that they can only get from you? You know what that is? You should. You should take an opportunity to figure out what it is that you do that makes you different, special, unique, and the only choice for them to do business with. Next, how well do you do it? Do you do it with excellence, or do you just kind of go through the motions? You see, how well you do it is going to be key, because somebody can come along and knock off the thing that you're doing. So you've got to figure out how can you continually and constantly improve it, improve the way that you do it, so that it's better than anybody else can do it. Next, you know who your customers are. I mean, have you really studied, have you profiled your customers and see who they are? You know, there are two kinds of businesses, the ones who do business with the masses and the ones who do business with the classes. The masses are the Walmarts and the Kmarts and the Target. They sell a lot of merchandise to a lot of customers at a low price. And the ones who sell to the classes, the Nordstroms and the Neiman Marcuses, they sell higher price merchandise to fewer clients. So where are you in this process? Do you sell, or would you like to sell more stuff to more people, or fewer items to more discerning and more discriminating people? So who are your customers? Would you like to get more of those? Would you like to upgrade your customers? Or would you like to downgrade your customers? It's important for you to know that. Do you know what they want, they need, or expect? How do you know that? Have you ever done a survey to find out what they want, they need, or expect? Mountainside didn't do that. They just came along and said, hey, I think we'll make a few changes. And it affected them financially. How well do you deliver that to them? Do you make the experience of doing business with you so much fun, so much more enjoyable, so much more profitable, so much more rewarding for them that they really can't afford to go anywhere else? They wouldn't even think of it. And finally, what do you do to make them say, wow, I want more of that, and I can't wait to tell others? You see, there are so many different choices, just like with Mountainside, so many other gyms in the area, maybe the same distance, maybe a little closer, maybe a mile or two farther away. What could you do in your business to keep those other locations that do similar kinds of businesses to you out of the minds of your customers? How can you make them say, I want more of that, I can't wait to tell others, I can't wait to come back to see what you have to offer and bring others with me, like Disney said? Well, if you'll do these kinds of things, I know you're going to have a more successful business. If you're a consultant, you do these kinds of things with your clients, they will have more successful businesses. They will stay with you longer. They will pay you more money. And they will tell others about you. And your marketing days, those are over. Because your clients, your customers, will do business for you. They will introduce you to other people, and you will have more business than you know what to do.